spirits review on an absolutely bloody freezing cold day. The weather is just not on our side at the moment. Tonight I'm reviewing Collesi Bionda. Yeah, I ain't got a clue what that is. It's an Italian craft beer, 6% offering. And try and get the lid off. From Lowcostbeer.com. So, pour a glass out and see where it goes. After a day like today, outside in the cold, oh dear, drink of something nice. So, slightly hazy pour. Here we go. Yeah, amber, hazy. Whether it clears, I'm not sure. 6% version this is. Let's have a look at the nose. I'm sure I'm getting a bit of wheat on the nose. Oh. Yeah, a spot of wheat on the nose. Hint of fruit in the aroma. Good evening. And by heck, it's cold. Oh. Then again, it is cold at the moment. I've been sat on a mower all day, freezing my butt off, with multiple layers of thermals on, and none of it's helping. Get off every 20 minutes just to warm myself up. And not normally do I use a mower at this time of the year, especially not sat on one. Push mowing's one thing, sat on the mower, oh dear, oh dear. You've got to be rock hard or have some extreme thermals. So slightly hazy pour, can't read the writing on the back of the bottle. It's like so minuscule, look at that. I mean, if there's one bone of contention I've got with companies, why make the writing so small? I mean, you'd have to walk into the shop with a bloody, I can't remember what you call them there, but to see, you know, got all good glasses. So, second of these, there was 5 of these at Lowcostbeer. I've actually had one already, and I've got another one left, so I've got 3 of them all together. There's an 8% version as well, and it's only cheap, something daft like £3 for a 75ml bottle. Now, I've just reviewed a mead, Christmas mead off camera, so I'm a bit wary that the honey flavours are still in my palate. So I'll give it a bit before I say anything more. Oh dear. So back in lockdown. Ah dear. I'm on a 4-day week. I thought I might get out of it. I thought I might go down and be furloughed a bit, but no chance. But I've still got loads of work to do, so I can understand why. Although my workmates are all sat at home on 80% pay, dossing away in the middle of in January. Oh, at least in the summer months I can actually no, good evening. No, I've never brewed a mead before. Only the second time in my life I've actually drank one. So I drank one from Asda. That was about £4. Very sweet honey. This again was very honey, very sweet. Got Christmas spices with it. That review's going online later. It was okay, really. I do apologise for the rant at the start of the video, if you watch it, because I just watched TV and I got that pissed off with the news. Good evening. That I had a mini rant. I hate the news, I do. I'm sure they're just in it for stirring it. Oh. So, Italian craft beer, Collesi Bionda. That's how you pronounce it, I presume. 6%. Hazy pour. I did taste a hint of wheat at the start, but I'm not so sure now. Definitely a fruity element to it. I'm cautious because I've just had some of that mead. Isle of Man's in lockdown. And yet you won. That's strange, isn't it? Yeah, the news is just full of shit. All they are is there just to stir the trouble. They tried to stir it with Keir Starmer last night, trying to picket him. But when he said he totally supports the Conservative, Boris, and it's like, shame on you, the news. When the leader of the opposition agrees that this has got to be done, and then it just like, you can see the faces drop. It's like, oh, there's nothing to argue about then. Oh, so yeah, hazy pour. What colour is that? It looks like an amber pour to me. Hazy amber pour. Definitely getting a fruity nose on it. Last night at the pub, I've not been to a pub for a drink, well, since before March. We had a meal for my wife's birthday in March, and but that wasn't really, when you're having a meal, it's slightly different anyway. But no, and I've not been drinking in a pub for a good year and a bit. Obviously, that's going to be remedied soon. When the pubs reopen, there's going to be some visiting of pubs. Sneaky beer review at home, straight to the pub. Job's a good one. Be nice if I could have a word with the pubs and say, can I review some of your draft stuff in a room where no one's there, so I can do it in peace, like a loner sat in a room. I mean, if they can ramp up this vaccine thing, and it looks like they're going to go for it, doesn't it? And to me, it's the only way the country can do it. The country needs people to take the vaccine, although they reckon that 1 in 5 people won't have the vaccine, which is, that's up to them, isn't it? But then people have got to realise as well that countries like Spain are already saying that if you haven't been vaccinated, you're not allowed in. So, if you're not on the COVID register that you've had a vaccine, they won't allow you in. So that's and if that goes around the world, no. If anything, January is probably one of the best times for the hospitality industry to be shut. Yeah, I'll be having it, I mean, you don't know if you're immune or none of us know if we're immune or not, but you might as well have it, haven't you? Have it. Especially if you book holiday to America or somewhere daft like that. Somewhere you book holiday and then they turn around to you and says, have you had the vaccine? And you're like, no, why? Well, can't come in. You'd be gutted, wouldn't you? Then again, you'd think, and with laws changing so quick in countries now, with this vaccine thing, it's going to be interesting how quickly laws change in countries. Places like New Zealand, not allowed in, until the vaccine. Australia, same. And they all want to stop it and put a lid on it to kill it. And the only way to kill it is not to have people who can bring it back into their countries once they do get on top of it. I wonder how you do some of these countries in the world where there's no official fucking numbers. Yeah, bless you. That's a good vaccine, that is. Beer's a good vaccine. I must have enough antibodies in my blood already. You'd want to hope so, wouldn't you? Really. So I've got the fire on 2 bars. I've been sat on a mower all day, absolutely frozen. But it was the quickest way of getting one of the sites looking better. Or I could have done it by hand with a little push mower and with a rake and an hand blower, but I'd have been warmer, but it took so much longer. And I like to win, I don't like to lose. I want to get all the shit jobs out of the way to get onto the nice jobs. One hopes. And I've still got a couple more hours on the mower tomorrow, and it's going to be even colder tomorrow morning. Bloody hell, about time the weather changed again. They're saying that climate change, fucking horrible at the moment. Tell me about climate change. I work outside, it's horrible. So this is 6%. Yeah, I've already done one review. I've done the Christmas mead off camera. Just doing this review, then going back up the arse. It's too cold and I need to warm up. Plus, I did hit so many reviews over Christmas. I just need to let it die down a bit and go back to just doing 1 or 2 a day. It is scary, isn't it? You know, and it's not knowing. You know, the arrogance of people to think that they won't get it and they're immune. You don't know shit. No one knows. I mean, young kids have died of it, you know. And there's in Nottingham, I'm sure there's a student, 22-year-old student in hospital, no underlying issues. She's struggling for her life. And you think to yourself, all these people that think they're immune. I mean, I'd love to think I'm immune, but I'm not daft enough to, you know, daft enough to think that. Wait till they come out with some beer. What I can't understand is, yeah, they've all had been washed and dried. What I can't understand is, so you can give someone a jab. Can they not use whatever the vaccine, put it into tablet form, and actually just get it on supermarket shelves, so you can fucking take one yourself? You know, I mean, if it was £1 a tablet, you'd pay it, wouldn't you? A couple of quid a tablet, one for each of the family, then take the next one in a few weeks' time. Or is it a case of it's too dangerous that way? It makes you wonder, doesn't it? Well, my Raggy's beers, wines and teas, my Raggy's one's up the arse. I can't be asked to fetch it. In the summer months, I'll be wearing it all the time. And I'm on my 4-day week this week, so four days at work, and then on Friday, party time, 2 or 3 reviews, easy. I don't mind when I ain't got work next day. And I still don't know if I'm doing the old bloke's garden, because he broke his hip just before Christmas, poor fella. And he's still in hospital as far as I know. So hopefully he's getting stronger. And hopefully he's had the bloody vaccine as well, which would be good. Fix his hip, give him the vaccine, job's a good one. Especially while you're in there. So good strength to this. I tell you what, it's a bit murky looking, I've got to be honest. Yeah, that's around somewhere, yeah. I need to get them in the shed. So in the summer months, say I'm in the garden, I want to do a quick review, I'll have them hanging up and then just come in, chuck the t-shirt on, bish bash bosh, one review out of the way. And now having my computer set up in here as well, I can actually upload it via the phone, quickly edit it with the keyboard. It's easier on a keyboard to edit, and then put it straight back on the internet. Dr. Raggy. If I was, that'd be good. Prescribe myself something to get off anxiety altogether. Be nice. Although it's funny today, sat on the mower, freezing my bollocks off. I had no anxiety issues whatsoever. I was too fucking cold to think about anxiety. I was more thinking about my hands absolutely frozen. But you can't win them all, can you? Oh. So yeah, he had 5 of these at low cost. He's got 4 left. The 8%, he's got an 8% one that's way cheaper than the others. No, I think the low cost Advent calendars were pretty decent, 45 quid. Yeah, you know, obviously we've all got our own tastes, and what you get next Christmas ain't going to be anything like you get this at the moment. And if I was him, I would actually use the Advent calendar, and instead of chucking cans and bottles in, I'd be looking at the Discovery Pack, them 330ml draft beers in a bottle. I'd be looking at putting a few of them in, or making it a 500ml bottle and having loads of them. Because I tell you now, one, you're getting rid of the draft stuff, and then people get to have like a draft beer calendar. That'd be interesting. Might mention that to him. Although he might watch this review and click on as well. Oh, you are. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have done. Yeah, and I had me big jacket on, my bobble hat on. I had that vision like that. I kept looking up at the God, my God, there's a lot of lorries on that road. Yes, I might mention it to him, because if he can get loads of different draft beers, and I think a half year. I think adopting June the 25th, which is the day after my birthday, adopting June the 25th as this year's delayed proper Christmas would be an interesting idea. And have an advent calendar for June. Hey, great way of getting pissed all the way up to my birthday. Yeah, I'm up for that. Yeah, doubt it'll happen, but you never know. Yeah, very busy on that Newark road today. Really busy. And fucking cold as well. Whoa. I'm trying to lift the mower engine up, lift the front of the mower up to get a bit of heat off the engine. It wasn't working though. I used to have an old tractor back in the days at the Arboretum, and used to blow the leaves with a big blower on the back. But on the front, you just wedge open the lid that goes like that, and you get the heat from the engine. So even when it's like this, I'd be in my t-shirt because it'd be so toasty until you turn the engine off. Obviously, you're like, fucking, it's freezing. But yeah, brilliant. Yeah, but obviously this one, no such thing, no such luck. Feeling the strength. Ooh, patenting machine. I read about it earlier. How much is that then? Probably ribeye steak for me tonight. We don't want to be from the east. Sod that. 75 quid. That's quite reasonable compared to what some of them are costing. Might treat myself to one for my birthday. My wife will be wanting to look for things for my birthday. I mean, there's not much stuff that I already got, you know. When you've been together for, well, we've been married since 98. 22 years. I've been together since 91, so 29 years together. And 30 years this year. So it gets difficult what new to buy each other's. Her birthday in March, and I'm thinking, what the hell do I buy her? And money's not the issue, you know. It's not about what you spend, it's what to get. I mean, over the years, she's had that many watches off me and jewellery that I get to the stage where I'm not interested in buying that. I bought her that many Radley purses, handbags, you know, designer stuff. And all them are sat on top of the wardrobe, never getting used. So I'm the same there. That's why nowadays we generally just buy stuff for each other's hobbies. Hers is cake making, mine's beer. Yeah, I like my hobby. So, must be a cloudy beer. It's tastes all right, just a bit murky. Looks a bit like my prune juice wine, to be honest. Tastes all right though. Don't taste like prune juice wine, thank God. Oh, it is a bit of a different colour, yeah. It does look a bit prune juice effect. I'm not sure if it's bottle conditioned or what. But yeah, it's got a good strength as well. It says it's 6%, but it feels a lot bloody stronger than 6 to me. It's giving me I've got a right thumping head. Although I did do some, yeah, I did do some Christmas mead before this, like that much of Christmas mead. So maybe the Christmas mead and this Bianchi Collesi. No, it's not like Leffe Blonde. No. It's got a fruity nose, like a honey nose to it. a fruity-ish taste with a bit of hop. But other than that, I can't for the life of me get it what it properly is. The colour's putting me off, like, but then again, I drink prune juice wine, so the colour doesn't really mean anything to me. I wish I could get away with it. She's got one of them Pandora bracelets, and the bracelets are something daft like £100. The flipping charms, they're about 30-40 quid each. Well, she's got one, and it's full. So, looking about, I don't know, say 600 quid's worth, if not more. And because it keeps discolouring, something to do, it goes a tinge of green, apparently. It's not fake either. And she won't wear it because it gets on my nerves having to clean it. So, might see buy her a new bloody mixer for her birthday. Yeah, that'll be nice, won't it? I'm sure she'll be happy about that. I'll buy her beer, but she's not even interested in booze either, so you can't even do that. That's not an option. And it's funny. Yeah. It's funny. She bought me a projector for Christmas. But if I bought her something electrical like that, she'd turn around and say, "You're not buying me that for Christmas." And I got a projector. I actually don't mind a projector, to be fair. I'm going to get one of them roll-down projector. Yeah, I ought to do, didn't I? I'm going to get one of them roll-down projector screens. And have the projector on here, blasting at the door, sit down on the settee on the end and watch films in a mega screen, like a 7-foot screen. Now, that'd be nice. I'll rig it up somehow so it looks good. The only problem is when you want to get out of the room, you have to fucking try and bend under the screen. But there you go. Watch Marvel films in 7-foot size screens. That'd be good. I'd have to rejig the shed round and move the settee and put the settee there and move that lot round. It's only a 16x10 shed, mind you. There's only so much you can do, isn't there? Good evening. Oh. So, potent little fella tonight. Got some good strength to it. Says it's 6%. Not sure if it's bottle conditioned. Oof. I don't want to watch myself on the big screen. Bad enough watching myself doing reviews. I listen to the reviews and oh God, is that what I sound like? Jesus. And I cringe at my own reviews. Especially them two when I was absolutely pissed up. God knows what I was thinking about. I put the review on and I'm looking at the camera and I'm feeling battered as I'm doing it. And the second review, I couldn't even remember. Yeah, the bottle size is nice, 750 mils, good bottle size. It's a nice tasting beer. It just looks a little bit prune wine effect, I mean, I could pour some prune wine now, and it won't look far off that. A bit stronger, mind you. Not so easy on the palate. It's a decent sized bottle. It's taking some getting through. 24 minutes in already. Wow. And I'm feeling half tanked as well. I've woke up the house and make my own dinner. I don't know. Good to work all day and make your own dinner. Shocking. I've not got the wife well trained. And if I said that to her, she'd have a right. Although if I actually meant it, she probably would. 4.5 litres for a gallon. So yeah, 8 pints. Yeah. 8 or 9, isn't it? It's 9 bottles. So yeah, 8 pints. So halfway through the week already. Funny how it flies. Back into the work things. Oh, I'm trying to mop everything up now. I'm trying to get both the sites looking great. And then I can get on with all the nice work that I want to do. Not the work I've got to get done. Just get it all sorted. Got a load of jet washing to do at some stage. Got to jet wash all the slabs, get rid of all the moss. That'll be hilarious. Get fucking soaked doing that. You put waterproofs on and they never, you always seems to get wet through, even through the waterproofs. So 4-day week at the moment anyway. I think it'll all change, depending on how much I get done at work. He did say to me that, see, I've got to be careful, you know. It's like, furlough's great this year, but you imagine next year, and all of a sudden you're doing your work, and they turn around to you and say, yeah, we don't really need you for 5 days a week. We'll put you on a 3-day week, and you're like, eh? So, and the boss is a very clever, you know, he is a clever bloke, but there's always jobs to do, because the more I create, i.e. the more flower beds I create and shrubberies and whatnot, the more work is involved keeping them all tidy. Yeah, so you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot this year and then find out next year they turn around and say to you, yeah, we don't need you for this, or yeah, can you put a suit on and start serving at the bar? Me in a bar, oh, not a good place. Although pouring a pint out, fucking hellfire. I'm crap at pouring drinks in my own bar, never mind there's some anywhere else. And once you get talking, I'd be just standing there talking and not doing, you know. So no, probably best stick to the gardening. I'm doing beer reviews now and again. But I'm also wary that obviously he's not open. He wants to trying to save money. For him, it's a balancing act. He's obviously looking at like, we want to try and open in March for the wedding seasons. But the place needs to be perfect. So in his eyes, I need me, Billy, in as much as I can to get both sites looking absolutely 100%. So that when people walk around, it's like, wow, you know. And I can understand it from his point of view. Here's me just wanting 3 days off, week off, you know, and getting paid full pay for a month. But I'll get 1 day off at least. To be honest, yeah, I've done beer reviews at both my own beer, but obviously they're not open. So at both hotels, oh God, yeah, I'll make it happen. But at both hotels, it's an interesting thing. They've got beers and lagers I want to review, and I've told them already. I says there's some stuff here I need to review on draft, but obviously it's not bloody open, so I can't review them. And it'll have to come to the fact one day after work, I'll go up and say, look, can I buy a pint of that? I need to review it, and then hopefully get it for free. You never know. Then just go somewhere quiet and review it. You don't want to review it when there's a wedding round the corner. Someone walks around and goes, what's he fucking doing? Wanker. Because I would. If I saw somebody talking to a camera, I'd say that. If I was pissed. It's going to be an interesting time, isn't it? It's all about how you run your business, how you adapt. I mean, the person I worked for, he got rid of all his staff. And that must have been really tough to get rid of good staff. But obviously to keep the sites going, he's changed it from being a wedding events, an events site, which is also a bed and breakfast and a pub and a restaurant rather, to basically just a wedding and events sites. So, you know, and I've obviously got there at the right time. It's going to be interesting. I mean, for me, luckily, with my qualifications, I can move into jobs all over. But where I am, I'm my own boss. Good evening. I can't remember hearing the notification tonight. I usually hear the klaxon. Yeah. And there's a thing there with booze, with just drinks. You know, there's a thing to actually have even a small food menu going as well. You know, it's I mean, at the moment, even the boozers aren't allowed to sell takeaway beer, which I think is a bit miserable. If restaurants can still sell takeaway food, then why the bloody hell can't boozers sell takeaway beer? I don't understand the difference. Off licenses can sell it. Supermarkets, they've been the biggest winners of all on this, because they've been able to make millions. Amazon, they've made millions through all this. You know, all your local shops are, you know, struggling. The likes of Amazon, eBay, supermarkets, you know, they've all done very well out of COVID. And until they were shamed by the public, they was all copping for the business rates. You know, they had to give back, like, was it nearly $1 billion in rates back to the government? And you think to yourself, you robbing greedy bastards. Pardon my French. So yeah, murky little fella. I'm not sure if it's bottle conditioned or not. 6%. Black cherry. I've done the strawberry one some time ago. That turned out okay. I haven't done the black cherry. I need to, really. You know, just to get a load of different wine kits in. But I begrudge paying, you know, a certain price for one bottle. Good on them. I think it's the only way. You know, pubs can sell draft beer if they've got a counter, so they can be like an off license. Then yeah, they can sell crisps and, you know, port scratchings and stuff. I mean, I think with a lot of pubs and restaurants, so the restaurants aren't open, you can go in and collect it. Then why not set up your car park where they can come out, where you're sat in your car, they come out with the food on a tray, deliver it to your car. You eat it in your car. Yeah, it's a bit more awkward, but you pull your seat back. Eat it in your car, give them a quick ring, next course, and do it that way. You know, it's a cheeky, crafty way to like skirt the rules, but you're still doing it safe. Same, well, you know, you couldn't really drink beer in your car, could you? Because unless some poor fucker sat there with, on their own, you know, with a can of pop. Yeah, no, I won't do that. I try and keep away from funerals. Not nice affairs. So, a sweet nose to this. Honey, wheat on the nose. A fruityish taste. The colour is a bit disconcerting, gotta be honest. Taste is okay though. 6%. The strength, wow. I feel steaming. And I've only had this and a small glass of mead. And it was only that small glass. But yeah, the colour though does put you off, unfortunately. And maybe it's a dodgy bottle, God knows. Or maybe it's the fact that I've stirred it up and it's bottle conditioned. Not sure. But it is a bit different to what you'd expect. Taste wise though, pretty decent. Yeah, stuff the Kraken. It's a week now, I'm not getting battered. I felt crap on Monday after that Kraken. And today I woke up decent. Although I must have dreamt all night. I had so many weird dreams. It's funny, you don't drink beer, you have the longest flipping sleep in history. You wake up about 5 times. You look at the clock thinking, fuck's sakes. Drink beer or a couple of shots of whiskey or something. You wake up when the alarm goes off and that's it. You know, you're downstairs. Can't blink, can you? And then you get to work and you feel shit because you think, oh, God, I had too much last night. So, yeah. Nice tasting beer. Nice nose. The colour of the beer was a bit off-putting, got to be honest. Out of 5. For me, around about a 3.8 out of 5. Good evening. Although, you've just come at the end, unfortunately. Yeah. Second of the Italian craft beers I've drank. It was interesting enough. A bit. The colour did put me off, mind you. It looked a bit like my prune juice wine. Luckily, it didn't taste like it. And hopefully it won't give the same effects, because I don't want to be on the toilet all night. I'm not bubbling at the moment, at least. And that's it for this review. I did say 3.8, didn't I? I did, yeah. Right, back up the arse. Getting the warm, although I am actually toasty here now. I've got 2 bars on the fire. It's beautiful. And smack in front of the fire. It's beautiful. Once I step away from the fire, it's bloody freezing. 16%. Shed takes hours to warm up. And we'll see you all tomorrow night. Yeah, you'll probably watch it in the morning, unfortunately. What it does, when you go over 20 minutes, it doesn't show up to the next morning. I have got another review that's going online. When I go up the house, I'll put it online. I've got a Christmas mead review. Although the first 3 minutes I was ranting because I just watched the news and the news pissed me off. So, but the rest of the review's okay. Well, as my reviews go anyway, you know. And good night to you as well. Yeah. Cheers. Yeah, it's been a long, it's been, you know, it's took a while to get going. It's funny because the lockdown was like the trigger that made them go up more. And it's funny because you look at the viewing figures on titles, and some beers get quite low, and then some beers get ridiculously high. And you think to yourself, you think they'd all be around about the same, but they're not. It's amazing how it fluctuates, the views. Wow. Early days then. Is that what it is? Maybe. Right, thanks for watching. See you soon. Back up the arse for the wife gives me an arsehole in, that is.